Hello there, I'm dumb. As a kid, my friend managed to convince me that rhinos are crustaceans. I hope I don't need a source to confirm that that is not true. Your favorite sports team may have made a huge blunder that still rattles your bones whenever you think about it. We all make mistakes. Some make more than others, and that's fine. But once they're dead, we can criticize and ridicule them for it. Meet Thomas Midgley Jr. I was unfamiliar with this man until I saw his name pop up in an Instagram picture that was stolen off of Reddit. Gotta love the internet. I thought, let's take a deeper look. Thomas is known for having created a few environmentally unfriendly inventions, one of which was leaded gasoline. This so-called tetraethyl lead, or TEL, was meant to solve the knocking of cars. The knocking of cars, as far as I could tell, just means that the engine makes sounds, which is not good. However, I should not have to tell you that putting lead in gasoline is less good. In fact, when the first barrel of TEL was being sold, Thomas was suffering from lead poisoning. How odd, right? He was not the only one. In the same year, 32 workers at his company would get sick, some of which were declared insane, some of which died. Lead is bad for you. It messes up your nervous system. Some of the effects of lead exposure include, but are not limited to, vomiting, seizure, developmental issues, learning issues, slow growth, hearing loss, memory loss, and miscarriage. Sure, back in the day there were more ways to get lead into your system than through leaded gas, but it sure did not help. When leaded gasoline sales went down after its ban, violent crimes decreased significantly. This was by about 34%. Not immediately, of course, it took about 2 decades, but still, where the average lead concentration in human blood for someone older than 1 year old was about 12.8 micrograms per deciliter in 1975, it was only 0.9 in 2010. That's about 14 times less. Here's also a cool graph of the lead concentration in the air over the years. Thanks, Thomas, you poisoned 3 generations. You may think that I'm being a bit too harsh, but the dangers of lead have been known since the Romans, and he chose to ignore it. Can you imagine how much money we can make with this? It's gonna make $200 million, maybe even more, he has been recorded saying. I love this article, by the way. The next section starts off with, but there is more damage to be done. It tells some other stuff that I won't tell and also has some of the original TEL commercials, so I recommend reading it for the laughs. The next invention was Freon 12, also known as CFC. It is a gas that was used for refrigerators. When the refrigerators broke, the gases started to leak. You know the ozone layer? A blanket that protects the earth from harmful rays, just like your blanket protects you against the monsters at night? Well, CFC removes the blanket, like my mom removing the blanket at 2 PM when I haven't had the motivation to wake up yet. Here's the reaction mechanism. The UV rays turn the CRC into radicals, which are reactive atoms or reactive molecules with an electron that is not an electron pair. This reacts with ozone and results in oxygen being created. Thomas got polio in 1940, which attacks the nervous system, just like his invention TEL. As a genius engineer, he decided to make an invention of ropes and pulleys. I tried to find a picture, but I couldn't find any. Probably for the best, because he accidentally strangled himself with it. I don't think anyone should recreate anything that he made, but it still was his safest invention. Only 1 person died. I want to talk about some of his youth too, but I couldn't really find anything interesting enough. But that was it for today. I hope you learned something or at least enjoyed yourself.